Welcome to the Wise Arts Cultivation in the Misty Realm. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the Buddha Avalokitesvara and his 6 emanations in the 6 realms, and basically talking about how it's like as above, so below, so within, as without type of ordeal with the 6 realms. You feel me? Now, the 6 realms are, I got notes right here. You feel me? 6 realms. You got the God realm, the Ajura realm, the animal realm, the Hell realm, the starving ghost realm, and the human realm, right? So, I'm gonna start from the human realm because that's most relatable. Because we humans, right? Or I'm not. I'm an entity, but you feel me? Um, the human realm, I equate that to the heart chakra because the heart chakra is like it's the center. It's the center of your body. It's like the gateway between the higher energies and the lower energies, right? So you can get up to a certain point in your development, right? Get to your heart chakra fucked up, you might not be able to unlock certain things up here. Like I unlocked my third eye chakra like very early in, but it was only in certain aspects of my life until I was able to open my heart chakra up in other aspects. Then that's when my third eye chakra became clear, and I was like, damn, I used to be so fucking blind back then. Like literally, that just happened. Like that just happened the other day. I just had an epiphany. You feel me? Um, and it's basically like the emanation of Avalokitesvara was Shakyamuni, aka the actual like first Buddha that they call it, right? Um, Siddhartha Gautama Siddhartha or whatever, and he basically absolved the fear of birth, old age, sickness, and death. Basically, that's transformation dealing with kind of like Pluto type energies and shit. And it's basically like humans fear all of this shit. Well, humans are excited about birth, but humans fear death, right? And I mean, the death can be just the death of a thought or the death of a feeling. The death don't necessarily have to be death as a person. When you fear death so much, it can make you get to a point where you basically become demonic because you just want to live forever. That's like one of the definitions of a demon. Learn that from Dolo the Pilot Man. You know, shout out. You feel me? But like, it's one of those situations where you just trapped in your fear. And by the way, I'm sipping this green tea. You feel me? I'm getting that knowledge. You feel me? That matcha. Um, but like, you just so trapped in your fear that you can't love. You feel me? That's something that you got to get over as a human. That's part of the human condition. You feel me? Now, next, I'm going to be moving on to the starving ghost realm. Now, I equate the starving ghost to the third eye because it's like the whole story of the starving ghost, the starving ghost kind of like they search for souls to eat and to devour, and at the end of the day, they're never satisfied. You feel me? They're never satisfied, and I equate this to the third eye chakra, right? Because the third eye chakra can when you awaken your third eye chakra in an area of your life, it can allow you to see past the illusion of thinking that you'll be satisfied once you get something, but you're like, nah, I won't be satisfied. So you basically like see through the reality and actually peek at what's real. You feel me? So it's like once you get over the 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 longingness, you feel me, the thirst, the hunger of trying to consume souls, aka emotions and feelings and shit like that. Once you get over that in a certain area of your life, then you can see clearly and have sight into that area. You feel me? And it's also the emanation of Avalokitesvara was Nam Kazad. Sorry, I'm not like, native to that area, so I don't know how to speak the language. Nam Kazad, that was the name of the emanation of Avalokitesvara in the starving ghost realm, and he absorbed the misery, thirst, and hunger. This is what I said, right? Next, I'm moving on to the hell realm. Now, the hell realm, I equate this to the root chakra because it's basically like the volatile nature of your desires. Because in the hell realm, they kept burning. Well, some people got sent. Some people were burning, other people were freezing. You feel me? That's just basically telling me everybody got different desires. Everybody got a different temperament, right? And so you got to pay the price for all of those desires, aka your temperaments, aka what you held so dearly that you couldn't let go of. You're gonna have to pay the price, and you're gonna have to feel that when you go to the hell realm, when you go to the death, you're gonna have to feel that die. Just what Dolo said. If you attach yourself to an energy, that if you attach your spirit to that energy, your spirit never dies. But then if you attach your spirit to that energy and act like your spirit is that energy, when that energy eventually dies, right? When that shit dies and it's in the death realm, you will feel that shit and it will hurt. Best believe. And the emanation of Avalokitesvara that was here is Choki Gayalpo. And he absolved the volatile nature of the hell realm. Next is the animal realm. So the animal realm, I equate this to the sacral and solar plexus chakras. Because basically, with the animal realm, it's like it's that killer be killed mentality. And I feel like that's part of the solar plexus. You feel me? When you in your sun, when when you're in your solar plexus, you feel me? Well, you can't see what I'm doing, pointing to my solar plexus right here. But when you're in your solar plexus, it's like you got all that confidence, and that confidence can quickly turn to pride, and it can put you in a state where you feel like it's kill or be killed. You feel me? You feel like everybody is out for your position because you're insecure, but you don't understand that because you're blinded by the pride, and that's just the negative side of it, right? But the positive side is with the positive side is with Sangye Rabten. That was the emanation of Avalokitesvara that appeared in the animal realm. So the positive side, right, is you can be absolved from the defilement of feeling hunted and eaten all the time. You feel me? And instead of that fear, you can get into your own confidence and your own, you feel me, like true confidence, where your confidence isn't built on the fear of other people looking at you a certain way. It's built upon you just believing in yourself and you having certain convictions within yourself. And then the other side to it, which is the sacral chakra, right? So the sacral chakra it's like your kind of like your sexuality, I would say. It's like, I don't know, it's like in between. It's in between the root chakra and the solar plexus. So I would say it's like your sensuality in a way of you wanting to experience your senses and shit, right? So I feel like once that's one of the perks of passing this. Once you pass the initial stage of having that pride and those insecurities, you feel me? Those insecurities creating the pride, then you can experience your senses. You feel me? But then if you don't got enough pride and you give completely into your senses, then you're just gonna be going around doing things based on your emotions or your feelings just always, and you're not gonna have any structure or order. So it's a balance. You feel me? It's a yin yang balance. You gotta walk that balance. You feel me? Now, the next realm is the Ajra realm. Ajra realm, I equate it to the throat chakra, because in the Ajra realm, this also deals with pride, but I equate it to the throat chakra, you feel me? Because in the Ajra realm, it's just all the Ajras. And the Ajras is like these like demigods, basically. And they just, it's constant war, you feel me? You gotta take a sip of this tea. Get that wisdom. You feel me? Get that wisdom from the liquid. They don't get it. Reminiscent. I got the bars in there. But, you feel me? Wait, where was I? Okay, Ajra realm. So the Ajra realm is basically all the demigods was just like fighting. It's just like constant war and shit. So the emanation of Avalokitesvara was Thang Zangri, and he absolved the war there. So basically what that tells me is when you got a bunch of thoughts in your head, well, your throat chakra is connected to Mercury. So when you got a bunch of thoughts in your head, right, that you don't know what to do with them. I got a bunch of thoughts. Wait, I'm a neutral person. I don't like to do shit. Got a lot of thoughts in my head. Wait. It's this Queen song. I'm a neutral person. I don't like to do shit. Got a lot of thoughts. I don't got a lot of thoughts that I don't know what to do with. Some shit like that, right? But when you got a lot of thoughts in your head that be warring this shit, and you don't know which is right, which is left, what should you do, what should you act on, what you should not act on, when it's just a constant war in your head, nothing comes out your mouth. You can't talk because you in that constant state of aporia. That's what the Greeks call it. When it's just this argument where it brings everything to an impasse and nothing happens. Um, and I mean that's just self-explanatory. Now, next is the God realm and the crown chakra. Now, I would say like I don't know, the God realm is kind of weird because they're gods, but they're not actually God. So it's like they're beings, they're higher entities basically, which you could chalk the Ajuras up to being gods also, but that's just how they wrote it. The God realm is the crown chakra, and the emanation of Avalokitesvara was Gaiajin, and he absolved the pride. So basically, what that tells me is right when you absolve pride, then you can step into your God state. You feel me? That actually goes back to the sacral and solar plexus chakra because that whole thing is dealing with pride, but that's on a lower level where you can step into your sensuality. You feel me? And experience. But that's why they say the sacral chakra is connected to the Jupiter chakra because it has to do with experiences. But because it takes to be in the crown chakra state, which is the God state, which is having faith in yourself. You feel me? That's a Jupiter trait. You feel me? It takes that to experience your senses, to have enough confidence in yourself to go ahead and experience your senses. You feel me? So that's basically like what the crown chakra is just having faith in yourself. It's basically stepping into your God state where you're not afraid of anybody else because you understand that you are your own God. And everybody is their own God. But like no one's opinion of you matters if it didn't come from you first. You feel me? Now that's a weird concept, but it's like, for example, right? I was talking to my mom today about my future and shit. Like I'm 17, about to go to college and shit, or I don't know, I might not, I don't even know. But she was talking about something, and I personally recognized how the things she did in her life, I'm playing them out in my life just because of the fact that I was drawn to her as a spirit for a certain reason or certain karmic reasons why I was drawn to her, right? So she was saying how how I remind her of herself when she was my age and about some of the things that she wished she could have did when she was my age. And I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. I'm gonna take that upon myself because I personally recognized that we have things in common that are like some karmic lessons that we had to learn. So her lessons could be my lessons too. Blurred teachings type shit. Where shit you don't even know it's a blurred teaching. You feel me? Um but that's basically like it with the emanations of Avalokitesvara in the six realms. And I just want to talk a little bit about Avalokitesvara because I feel like I am Avalokitesvara. You feel me? Avalokitesvara was born in the like description and shit. They talk about how Avalokitesvara came from. Well, it was a kingdom, right? But this kingdom takes place in the higher dimensions, like fourth, fifth, sixth dimensions, like how Dolo be talking about this shit, where the shit comes from, right? He was born out of a lotus, right? And he was it's a it because it's an entity. It's not it's not even on this dimension. You feel me? Because they refer to Avalokitesvara in China as Guan Yin, and they refer to it as a female. So it's like it's both, honestly. But it was born out of a lotus, and that's not really pertinent to the story. But it's like he was so concerned with the fact that other people were suffering and felt pity for them, and was like, and he cried tears of compassion for all suffering beings. And I just feel like that's similar to my state because I have compassion for all beings, but I did it in a different way. You feel me? I feel like they kind of got the story wrong because Avalokitesvara was about understanding that everybody has their own journey. You feel me? Everyone has their own journey, and I cry tears of pity for anyone that cannot get on their own journey, on their own path. Like that is some like sucker shit in my opinion. Like that's weak shit. How you not on your own path, not on your own journey, or at least trying to get there? You feel me? Like you don't like it's okay not to know. It's okay not to know yourself, just as long as you know that you don't know yourself. So you can go ahead and try to find yourself. But if you don't even know that you don't know yourself, now you just lost out. You lost with no direction. Like what is the point of living at that point? You a fucking bot. You feel me? You a slave to the entities, and not even a slave to the system. You a slave to the entities that be feeding you all these influences and shit. But that's just basically what I wanted to talk about Avalokitesvara. You feel me? Oh yeah, Avalokitesvara is also called the one who looks down upon the world with compassion and shit. And I feel like I always overstood certain things to the point where I have to look. Hold on, tea time. But to the point where I gotta look down. Like I don't mean to look down upon certain people, but it's like certain people are children to me. You feel me? Certain people that's older than me too, they're children to me. You feel me? And it's just like I just feel pity for anyone that can't get on their own path. I don't even mean to sound like I feel pity, but it's like compassion. It's like I really wish you could be on your own path. Like that is the number one thing you got to do in this existence is be on your own path. Not in this existence, but on this earth. Like, you feel me? On this planet. Find your own path. You feel me? Carve out your own path. Like I got witch arts, wise arts. You feel me? Misty arts. Like that's me. You feel me? Like I made that shit. No one else did that shit. You feel me? But that's just all I wanted to say for now. You feel me? Until next time.